If I wrote down word for word what you said like a reporter
Yes.
and put it in a book,
Right?
and it was 100% your word, would you say it's 100% your word?
Yes, if you were accurate, yes.
Now, what if it was 90% accurate, 80% accurate? When do you say, no, that's not what I said? Because every time it got passed down through another person, through another king, they added in more and more stuff for greed, kind of more and more. Give me some of your money this month, or everybody act right, and this is gonna
Good.
where does that kind of go?
Very good. Okay, now, the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were written in the first century by the eyewitnesses and by those who knew the eyewitnesses. And there were a lot of eyewitnesses who were still alive, which means there were people around who could say, no, sorry, Jesus did not say that. That's false.
But like always in history, the winners always write, they always write the books. So the Romans kind of put it in there.
Good point. All right, is that true that the winners always write the books?
Like the losers aren't around to tell their story because they're dead.
All right. What about the Jewish people who wrote about the Holocaust? Did the Jewish people win the Holocaust? Well, the Allies eventually won, but obviously the majority of Jews who got gassed, they didn't win nothing. So what's fascinating is to read about the first century Christians. Have you ever heard of the Roman Coliseum? Okay, what happened to Christians in the Roman Coliseum? Slaughtered, martyred. So when you study the first century, what you begin to realize is followers of Christ did not have power. They were being slaughtered. You ever hear of a guy named Emperor Nero of Rome? What did Nero do? Nero took Christians, put them on poles, put tar on them, and lit them to light his gardens. And then he played his harp while Rome burned. So this idea that Christians were in a position of power, and therefore the Gospels are corrupted because the powerful people got their way, it's not true to history. How did Peter die? Nailed to a wooden cross, upside down. How did Paul die, the Apostle Paul? Beheaded by the Romans. How did James, the brother of Christ, die? Thrown from the top of the temple, crushed as he hit the ground. You see, the guys who wrote the New Testament were not the winners. They were the losers. They all got martyred. And yet, even though they were martyred for their faith, they insisted, we saw Jesus, we heard him, we saw him risen from the dead, he is reliable.